Hey guys! It's been such a long time since I've done an update on this channel. Anyways, since it's been such a long time, there's so much things that's happened. I'm filming this and this is in February now, 2021. And yes, there's still a pandemic here. When the pandemic hit, at that time I wasn't working. Now, my husband, he actually temporarily lost his job because of COVID-19, and I think everybody can relate. He was out of a job for luckily only for 2 months, and then his job took him back, and thank God for that. But during those 2 months, it was really tough because, you know, there's uncertainties of how we're gonna pay for the house, how we're gonna pay for the car, how are we gonna pay for everything else. And yeah, even if you have a little money put away, you start thinking, okay, you know, in the long run, how are we going to supplement these things? So I actually went and gotten a job at a grocery store, but it didn't last. I actually only did like 3 weeks, and you know, I was doing overnights. I was doing stock. It was a lot of heavy manual work, you know. But I got sick. And no, it wasn't COVID, but at that time we actually thought I had COVID, you know. It was like coughing, no fever, but it was just extreme fatigue because I wasn't exposed to that intense work, you know, manual labor. So anyways, because we thought it was COVID because it wasn't going away for like almost a week, we decided to stop just in case, because we weren't sure, you know, and testing wasn't so readily available. You had to have like a fever at that time for you to be able to be tested, you know. So at that time I was already working on some Cricut projects and all that stuff on the side, but it wasn't consistent. I would market it, but it wasn't like, hey, it's an actual business. It was funny because before the pandemic hit, I was doing like a bunch of shirts just on the side for like church groups and stuff. And I was thinking, oh, wouldn't it be great if I actually did have like a legit business, right? So after the whole grocery thing happened, I was like, okay, what if I actually do start it? But you know, I was thinking, do I really want to start a business in the middle of a pandemic? Like, is it even gonna make it, you know? But I figured, okay, why not? Because I've got nothing better to do, you know, we're all at home. So we decided, yeah, sure. So in end of April 2020, I registered it with Canada Revenue Agency.
Anyways, yeah.
It's called JazzleCreations by Jen. Don't ask me why I picked that name, but I can never remember why I did. I know there was a reason, but I didn't want to change it because it just stuck by me. Anyways, so that's what it is, guys. If you guys want to check it out, I do have an Etsy shop. I'll link it all below in the description box. But yeah, we've started that business. Me and my husband, we print and personalize all customized designs on shirts, apparel, caps, as I said. As you can see behind me, I just realized that. Yeah, check out our website and our Facebook. I'm so happy I did. I think I was just scared in the beginning because I didn't know how to market myself and I didn't know how it will be welcomed. Anyways, get past that. I will do another video in regards to how to start your business if you're thinking of doing something like this. But yeah, with all the support of everyone, thanks everybody for the orders, for your support, for, you know, if I asked you for certain things in regards to how to market or questions about, oh, this and that. Thank you so much because, yeah, it's working out. But yeah, anyways. So with this channel, I do want to start a new channel for my DIYs, and for the business. It's just so hard to start another YouTube channel. Still, I'm going to do a little bit of vlogging still on the side, but I'm also going to be doing a lot of how-tos, how to use a Cricut machine. I do have a Cricut machine cutter. I've also started doing sublimation. I have a mug press. I have a heat press. You can see behind me, that's my heat press right there. Behind this thing, I have a cap press. Anyway, yeah, lots of new things. I hope you guys can keep following and I look forward to actually making a lot of content for these new DIYs. So in this video, I'm actually going to let you in on how I do my rectangle pillows. I do a lot of pillows, some easier, some aren't. It all depends on the design. So that's why people might think, oh, why are they so pricey? It's because it's a lot of labor, okay? And sometimes it takes hours actually to believe it or not on these pillows, designing, trying to figure out what the client wants or the customer wants. For those who are thinking of doing sublimation printing, I can only suggest to you or show you how I do things. Some people have done it differently. Just you have to find the balance of what certain things work for you. Okay, so today this is what I'm doing. I'm going to make a pillow like this. So it's a 12 by 18 pillow. I buy in bulk. There's a lot of places. I had to do a lot of research to figure out good quality, and the best way for me to purchase these items usually are in bulk. Hey guys, so I'm gonna apologize if you're gonna hear a lot of background music. I have my kids awake already. The first thing you're gonna do is going to open up your Adobe Illustrator. The sublimation part I do mostly on Adobe Illustrator. So first thing I'm gonna do is I'm going to open up a new document that will have same size as my pillow. So the length would be 18 and the width and the height is 12. So it's a 12 by 18 rectangular pillow. So open that up, and then basically it's an easy design. It just has the name of the family and then the word families. So we are going to just start on the type tool, and then first I'm going to work on the word family, and you just make this one bigger. And also, just on a side note before I start working on this, when you're trying to put in your design, just keep in mind that this is the size of the actual pillow when it is flat. Keep in mind you're going to be putting in a cushion inside, so you can't exactly put in the whole name. Like, let's say, like, you can't put it in exactly like that, right to the edge, because you know then this area will fold, right? So just you can open up rulers just so you can see, but for me I usually just kind of eyeball it. So what I do, let's say I would put it in as, so if the length is 18, I can work with maybe 2 inches on the outside, 2 inches on the other side, and then height wise would probably, it does depend. So like that one I think might be a little curved up, but yeah, that would be the size maybe, you know, but I would fool around with this anyway. So I'm just from now, so that's my little trick, is try to work in the middle. It's easier to do it this way instead of stretching the actual design to the very edge. Otherwise you might screw it up and then you don't want to have to reprint again. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and work on this. So I've also saved the file as well. You want to make sure you save your file because I've had experiences where it just disappeared. What I'd like to do is, because the whole
actual thing is about 14 inches and about 9.7 inches height. The regular paper is only 8.5 by 11, so I actually have a longer sublimation paper, which is 13 by 19. So also, when you are printing to your printer, it has to be mirrored. So you would go to, where am I? There you go. Reflect. Then vertical. So that's what it's going to be. See, that's how it was before. And then it's going to print like that. It has to be. We put the transfer on the pillow cover. It's going to be backward. So it has to be like this before I go ahead and print it.
So now I've sent it to print, and it's gonna go ahead and print right on to this printer. By the way, I'm using the Epson Workforce 7710, and that is my sublimation printer. Now, this isn't a sublimation printer per se. I kind of did my own stuff to it because you can convert it into a sublimation printer. It's pretty long, so I gotta grab it, or you just let it fall on the floor. There you go. So that's that. Now I'm gonna cut it. Okay, and then on my heat press, I'm gonna turn it on, and yeah, I have all my little information here. So I'm doing pillow. I've already written it down, and again, this is gonna depend on your heat press because each heat press is different. So I actually do, the pillowcase is $375. That's I do different pillows, I forgot. So it's $375. So I'm gonna go to mode, and then oops, $375, and for 60 seconds, which is a minute, just gonna, the high, it's gonna be stable at 75. There you go. Okay, so I just wait for that to go all the way up. I know it's so, and I'm gonna get this ready. Okay, so this is the pillow cover. Okay, as I said, it's flat, and I am going to find the bottom part. Okay, I am going to put in and make sure the zippers work for sure. Yeah, looks good. Inside, I usually put one of these sheets. This is a Teflon sheet, and what it does is so the ink won't transfer all the way through. Okay, I've tried with the parchment paper I use up, but somehow it turns so brown. So as I said, you're gonna have to figure out which way works best for you. With some items, you have to pre-press it first, but you have to figure out which items work best for that. So with these types of material, this is a polyester pillow, it's better if it's not pre-pressed. Okay, it doesn't have, some of them have a different lining inside, and the one with the there's a different lining inside that keeps kind of, if you press it down with the heat press, it can bind them together too, so that's why you put it on. But this one, for some reason, looks best if it's not pre-pressed. Yes, sweetie, say hi to the camera. Say hey. Hold on, you gotta watch mommy, remember? Go get the stool, go get the stool. Mommy duties. What I would suggest, have to use a lint brush, okay? So you gotta lint brush it. Actually, I'm gonna lint brush this one first, which is another Teflon sheet. Yes. And then I'm gonna lay this one flat, so, oh, it can't work. Okay, so, that's okay, you don't need to spin.
Okay, now this is where it gets interesting. See, you see why it has to be on the image? When it lays flat like this, it'll be on the right side. So it has to be mirrored. So what you need to do now is you just have to measure it to make sure they're on the right side, okay? So guys, when I'm measuring it, it's a little bit visible for me on the back. So it might not seem on the video, but I can actually see a little bit of the ink coming through. So that's how I'm measuring it. And then also just flipping it back once in a while. JJ, don't touch that, okay? It's hot. Right? What happened to Daniel Tiger? You got bored? Okay. Boyd. Okay. This one's okay. So what we're gonna do next, once it's settled, you have to put in tape. And it's not just your regular tape. You do have to put in a specific tape. This is called thermal tape. If you put in regular plastic tape, it's gonna melt on the press. And this is actually going to it's able to take in the heat. So that's why it's called thermal. So we need that so it'll keep it in place. Now you need a couple more steps. We need parchment paper. I just buy mine at bulk at Costco. So make sure it's gonna be long enough to cover this portion. Okay. And we do that because it will prevent the ink. When you heat this portion up, the ink will actually appear. I'll show you later. And when you do that, you're trying to prevent it from seeping through above your heat press as well. Because if you get some on your heat press, then whenever you press another item, it'll transfer to the other items or products. So when that's that, I'm gonna transfer it to this side. We're going to push it in. And then put it all here, and then push it down and wait for it to cook pretty much. Just be careful. Okay, I'm gonna turn this off. So as you can see, kind of already seeped in through. We're gonna slowly take it off. It's hot, guys. Super hot. Can't tell you how hot it is. There you go. Ooh, it's hot. Burning. I don't know if you could see, but that's what it is. Just gonna transfer it. Okay, so that's that, guys. I'm just going to you see how there's like a line here, which is the crease? It's because it was at the edge of the heat press. So what I usually do is I heat it up. My mistake was I should have put it back in there, but it was too hot. And my kids were by my side. So, oh, here's another kid. It's okay, Jacelyn. Oh gosh, life with kids. So now I'm just going to use my Cricut press and just push it a little bit on this side too. Now you don't need the heat press for Cricut. I just actually bought the Cricut heat press first before I bought an actual heat press. So technically I could just use that, but I kind of like this one because then I could just lift it up and then just move it, whereas this one is just stable. That's what it looks like, guys. The Watson family. I'm going to add, so I already kind of pre-print these care cards, pillow cushion care instructions. See? And then I poke a hole. I usually put it as close to the edge as possible. There. See? Ta-da! So now it's in there. I gotta get a 12 by 18. I'll take that off. And then now I am just going to stuff this pillow. Oh, another one. I'll take these out. And these are polyester fill, guys, so they will, you can wash them. Gosh, 8th anniversary, right? 2013. Yes, because that's the year I was married. Oh my gosh. So yeah, so the Watson family, happy 9 years.
Mommy?
Or 8 years. Oh my god. Yes, sweetie. So that's the process of how I do my sublimated pillows. Hope you guys like this video. If you do like this type of concept, give it a like, subscribe, and let me know in the comment down below what kind of content you want me to put up. If you guys have any questions on sublimation, you can let me know as well. I'll try to answer them. As I said, I'm not a pro. You can check out our latest projects on our Instagram, JazzleCreations by Jen. I'll also link it down below, and also you can check us out on our Facebook, which is also JazzleCreations by Jen. And yeah, check out our new Boss collection. This is a Boss Lady. I have the Mini Boss and also the Boss Man collection for our sweaters. Yeah, that's it. Thanks, guys. Thanks for watching, and hopefully see you all again in our next video. Don't forget to subscribe. Bye.
Please subscribe to our channel and click the like button. I hope you enjoy our video. Bye. Bye.